Pisces, the double fish. Here's your reading for September 2017. Just as a reminder, guys, this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And remember, guys, that sometimes these messages here, they can cross over, so either it'll be happening to you or be coming from you. So apply it to your guys' unique situation. If you guys would like to book a private reading, please see the description box for a link there and information upon how to obtain one. Okay, let's go ahead and bless the deck, and then we'll get started. Guardian angels of love and light, ancestors lost and known in the seas of time, please intercede this reading to provide Pisces with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks, and please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay every single message as they're meant to be. Okay, Pisces, are coming into the reading with the Moon card reverse. Okay, oops guys, sorry, it's this way. Okay, so let me explain the card positions to you. Obviously how you're coming in the reading. These two cards are the issues that are at hand, or the situations that are currently affecting you. These cards right here, they are what's keeping this issue around, or what's perpetuating them, in terms of, you know, just how are they sticking around and why are they sticking around, kind of thing. These cards up here kind of are cards in ways to improve it, or how to overcome the issues. So we have, you know, the what's keeping it around, and then how to come out of it or improve it. These cards right here is your foundation in terms of what you're resting on currently, and these two cards up here are what's in your mindset, what's crowning you. Okay, so Pisces, I want to ask you, have you been honest with yourself, Pisces? Have you been? I feel like you have been, but I feel like there are some things that you're choosing to ignore, kind of. And I don't mean it in a negative way. I mean it in a sense of maybe they're a little painful to look over, or to revisit, or to, you know, be honest in terms of how they affect you. And I feel like these issues, whatever the case may be, that they are, they're preventing you from moving forward, which I feel like you have been moving forward, and you've been doing a great job with it. But you're coming into the reading with the Moon card reversed, which can indicate deception indicated, you know. And I feel like it's maybe not with people in your environment per se, it's more with you though. Like, I'm feeling a big sense of like acceptance, kind of, but acceptance in a way where it's like, well, I can't change things, so like whatever, like, you know, I mean, it is what it is, I'm not going to revisit it again. Okay, I'm a firm believer in such instances, or in such circumstances arising from issues and situations. But these are issues that more have to, like I said, deal with yourself. Deal with what's going on in your mind, or what's going on with your internal battles. That's where I'm kind of leaning more towards that. So the deception indicated, meaning there are things that you know you need to change, or things that you need to visit. There are things that are not solved yet, or haven't been dealt with, or haven't been visited or coped with in order to move forward. And I feel like they're preventing you from moving forward. Now we have here, we have the Sun card, which is a beautiful, great card. The Sun card here, in terms of what's involved here, I feel as if, let me find the words here, 1 second, let me see. You are making decisions, okay? And I don't feel like they're bad decisions, because they're not. But you're making decisions that are kind of counterintuitive or counteractive, or they are like adversities, kind of, that affect you. They're making you feel somewhat uncomfortable. Or I'm also picking up, Pisces, like making decisions that make you feel uncomfortable, that leave you feel uncomfortable, but I feel like they're the proper ones. They are supposed to make you feel somewhat uncomfortable because I feel like they're going to take you out of your comfort zone, which then improves who you are, which then leads you to kind of improving those areas in your life or of your life that need to be addressed. But I feel like you're viewing them as bad things, or viewing them as being negative or kind of like pejorative, because they're making you feel some type of way, which I don't blame you, because that's like any I think that would be a normal approach. But at the same time, I feel, Pisces, like these issues, right, they're bringing a lot of anxiety to your life. They are making you feel very bound, like you can't sleep at night. They're affecting your patterns. They're affecting the way that you go about your life. I'm also kind of picking up that they're affecting your relationships with other people as well. You have the Ace of Swords here, and you also have the Nine of Swords at the top in the position of improvement, or how to overcome this issue. And when I seen this, what's the best way of overcoming the Sun card upright? Like there's nothing kind of maybe to improve when you first look at this set here, because I mean, the Sun card is feeling great. Your vitality's up. You're moving forward. So kind of like there's no reason to view any sadness or to see sadness within the Sun upright. You know, it's kind of, it doesn't really make sense like that. But when I see your cards here, it's leading me to think that there's honesty that needs to come out of here. But I feel like there is, but you're at the beginning, the commencing of being honest. And I think that this honesty with yourself is really why I'm seeing yourself, because the Ace of Swords here. I feel like it's really bringing up some like old shit, or like old past experiences that, like I said, make you feel uncomfortable. But Pisces, they have to be uncomfortable, because if they're not uncomfortable, why would we change them? Why would we address them then? There would be no need to. And I feel like when you do address them, and when they are looked at with pure and sheer honesty, you know, don't lie to yourself, because you can't, because you've already caught yourself in terms of lying to yourself. And when we lie to ourselves, I like to ask anyone who does that, how's that going for you? You know, and if the answer is not very good, or the response is something of, you know, of that essence, then I like to tell the person, the client, whoever I'm speaking to, so why are we not working towards changing it? Or why are we not working towards possibly finding a solution? Maybe not necessarily a solution, but finding the root. There we go. The root of it, so that we can then look at the root and change what grows from this root, or from this seed, right? And I feel like with this honesty, it's going to bring out those sides of you that are going to make you feel uncomfortable. But like I said, they must be uncomfortable. And they must be seen or revisited, because they will continue and they'll bleed out into your future relationships and partnerships and situations and circumstances, and even at work too, Pisces. Like, I don't know why I'm picking this up, but like your reactions at work, and maybe someone kind of scolds you, or someone tries to give you advice in terms of how to move forward, or the proper way of doing something from a different perspective. I don't want you to put yourself in a negative space as to how these issues affected you at that point in time. And then all of a sudden you then lash out and say something like, like, well, did I ask you? Or like, I mean, I don't remember asking for your opinion, something like that, when that was not their intention, possibly. Maybe their intention was just to kind of help you and to help you see things from a different perspective. And it really is meant to assist you, but the way that we perceive it, that has a lot to do with it. And I kind of feel as well like you need to put that necessary work in. I can see it's coming. You're doing it. But it needs to happen more often. But I feel like it's all about balance though, a little bit too. Like don't overburden yourself, like, the Nine of Swords here. Like, don't put so much on, or don't try and work through 12, 13 issues at one time. Which, if you can, okay. But still, it becomes a burnout. It becomes, we become discouraged, when we have too much on our plate. And there's nothing wrong with not being able to handle everything at that specific time. We're not robots, And plus, when we do work on so many of those things at one time, we sometimes miss the small details that end up mattering, that end up, being something of substance. And we miss those small little details, and when we don't visit all of the details and the small details, that's what tends to stick around, and that's what tends to linger. And it's one little piece or aspect of a struggle or situation that, if it stays around, we haven't fully worked through it. So just take it one thing at a time, 2, 3 if you can, and just work on them like that. And I feel like that's what it is. The Three of Wands here the Three of Swords here is heartbreak. Heartbreak in visiting those areas. See, but I'm seeing also, Pisces, like the heartbreak is making you feel like the King of Cups reverse, making you feel like real bad, almost wanting to be manipulative. Like maybe you feel like you're being too honest with yourself, maybe. Like you don't want to visit them because you feel like it's going to bring that into you or bring those parts out of you. It may make you feel a little bit angry because of the situations that have come to pass. But I feel like in the end, Pisces, it's going to be a good thing because you have the Sun card upright. It's going to serve you in the long run, so we need to visit it, okay? Now over here, we have the Magician reversed. We also have the Hangman reverse. And we also have, right here, the Double X. We have Judgment. And also have the King of Pentacles. We also have the Page of Swords here. Wow, when I see this, I'm kind of thinking like, when the Magician is reversed, Pisces, I mean, it can mean a lot of different things, to a lot of readers, but to me, it kind of signifies like not knowing what you need to do. How can I say that? I don't know if that came out correctly. Knowing what you need to do, but kind of ignoring it. And just kind of, okay, not taking advantage of this time that you have in terms of revisiting your issues, revisiting your circumstances, situations. Just like having the available time. Procrastination, there we go. Thank you, that's what I'm looking for. That's the word I was looking for. It's like procrastination, but it's procrastination to a detriment. It's not all waiting around because you have that time to kind of wait around a little bit. It's just choosing not to do it. And that's what I'm saying. I have a sense this has a lot to do with fear. There's a lot of swords here. It's a lot of communication, but it's with yourself. It really is. And I feel like because it's with yourself and it's within you, like it's going to bleed out if, we don't become comfortable with them, or at least we become copacetic with our issues and circumstances. So here, it's like you're questioning whether you deserve stability, like whether Okay, it's more like if we are procrastinating and we're not doing those proper things in terms of utilizing all that we have right now, it may not seem, Pisces, like you have all the tools right now, but I feel like you do in a sense. Because remember, it's all about perception. And it's kind of like, use this time wisely to look at your situations and to judge them for what they are. And when you judge things, when I say judge, I don't mean like casting judgment. I mean judging them like an actual judge. What's fair? Resurrection, in a sense, you know? So are you willing to put the work in order to achieve the King of Pentacles? I'm sorry, this is the Queen of Pentacles. I really apologize, sorry. The two little symbols here, they look a lot alike. The Queen of Pentacles. Okay, I mean, that even, you know, further supports what I'm saying, like maintaining it. Okay, maintaining proper judgment, maintaining proper and pure judgment as to how to move forward, knowing and understanding the right times. And that's difficult because it's hard to know when the right time is if we're so worried and we have this type of energy going on where we feel sad and we feel like the work that we're doing may not reap benefits maybe at a certain pace. But it all comes in time. Due diligence is powerful, it's respectable, it's commendable. You know, and also, Pisces, I'm being told actually to tell you to cut the word try out of your vocabulary. Because when you try, you can try all your life. It's like resting on your laurels a little bit. So resting on your laurels in the sense of like, well, it's working right now, so no, why work forward or why push forward? And cutting try out of your vocabulary too, Pisces, it limits the use of, you know, that word, or it transcending or transmuting into attempting, kind of like, you could, like I said, you can try all your life and it puts you in a space where you can just say that and use it as an excuse. Now I'm not knocking you in terms of, you know, going about it, for sure. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. That's not my intention. But what I'm trying to say is, like, change certain words in your vocabulary. Say, I am attempting to. I attempt to do this. I am working on this. I am this. I am that. I want to. No, not really want. I'm sorry. Let me rescind that. I need to. I am. You know, words like that. Because when you do that, what that signifies is, you know, it's like you are doing it. Because try is like I'm sorry, let me get the messages correct that are coming through. Try is a sense of like setting yourself up for failure and then using it as an excuse when things don't work out properly. Because if things don't work out properly, that's fine. It's okay. Keep on moving forward and try something else. I even use the word try, you see? And attempt something else. Because it's a constant work. You know, you're constantly working towards your goal or the situation at hand. And that's what I'm saying here. Use proper judgment and know and understand and have and obtain the discernment to what you can change and what you cannot change. Just try. See, I keep doing it. Even me too. I should take this, you know, as my own advice. Change the word try to can. And I think that it'll do wonders for you. Because then when you do this, you won't procrastinate. You won't see a reason as to begin to procrastinate. You know, like you're always working on it, so you're going to move forward with it. And I can see here that the way to come out of this procrastination is to make the decision to be honest. And I'm meaning that with yourself. Because, I mean, if we look over here, you have the Hermit reverse. And you have the Two of Wands reversed here. So it's because, Pisces, when we're not honest with ourselves and what we're doing, right? We don't know which way to go, or we don't look out into the world in terms of seeing the areas as to which we need to improve, and then thinking or coming up with a plan, coming up with a decision. And also the Two of Wands reverse also means just not wanting to. You know, like procrastination. Why don't we want to do the things that are necessary to achieve the Sun card upright? You know what I mean? Like, and then in your thoughts here, you have the Lovers, and you also have the Wheel of Fortune here. In your thoughts, I can see that you do want things to work out, and things are going to work out in your favor, but you just have to put that work in. And when the Lovers is here, I feel like it's relationships maybe with other people, but I also see it as like, you know, your spiritual self and also your body, you know, the how can I say it, the consummation, maybe if that's a good word for it, of that. I feel like it's a lot of it is like self-love. You know, you have to not procrastinate, and you also have to understand what you need and what you require. But it comes with the honesty. Like, see, swords, 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 swords. Like, this is a lot has to do with communication, you know, but it's most importantly with yourself. I think that that's why the Moon card is here in reverse, because I feel like you kind of caught yourself along the lines of that. And we also have the Four of Pentacles reversed. So, you know, it's all about giving, you know, being true to yourself. And working together with other people. Because when you work together with other people more efficiently, it's only going to come from, you know, your morals and from your ethics. And based upon what they are or what they entail. I feel like that's why the Four of Pentacles is reversed here. When it's upright, it means not giving, harboring something, harboring an emotion, harboring tools, harboring stability. But when you harbor, a lot of it has to do with fear or the walking into the unknown. But you're not supposed to. Yes, it's a little fearful, it's a little scary, but it must be done because the unknown wouldn't be there, it wouldn't exist if it wasn't necessarily in existence. We have to trust. When you walk into the unknown, that's when we gain the Sun card upright. That's when we find those aspects of ourselves, and you know, we don't lie to ourselves. And then we acquire what we want or what we need. That the Ace of Pentacles. Because that's where it needs to start and begin. Offer. An offer possibly coming in. But I look at this as like, the offer is going to come from you though. That's where the offer is going to come from. You have to give yourself that offer in order to approach these issues and in order to approach the situations. And offers of things that are coming in that are going to benefit you. You understand what I'm saying? We need to do this. It's the only way to transcendence and to change. But we can't be fearful of it. Because in your mind, in your thoughts, you have the Wheel of Fortune. You know things are going to work out if you do this. But with the Moon card reverse, you are lying to yourself, or you're not being honest with yourself, and you are dwelling within the issue. You continue to stay in the mire, to walk and tread the mire. Okay, let's pull the Jesus card. Okay. So this one popped out first. Always pray, Luke 21:36. And then this one popped out after. According to your faith, be it unto you, Matthew 9:29. There it is, Pisces. I mean, according to your faith, be it unto you. The key word here is according, Pisces. What does your faith include? Does your faith include nothing but disappointment and sorrow and sadness? Which I'm not going to blame you. You know, if things have, if issues or circumstances in your life have brought you to that point, of course, I mean, yeah. But faith, having faith that things are going to work better, but according to how you work at it and according to how you apply it. And when you pray always, Pisces, to whoever it is, it can be this crystal here, this clear quartz with amethyst. It could be your higher self. It could be God. It can be the universe, the vibration, whatever the case may be. It all comes from love, Pisces. And I feel like that's why the Lover's card is in your thoughts, because you know that you're achieving this, but it's going to be tough. But when you achieve it is when things are going to be set in motion according to your faith and according to what you believe in and what you deserve, and according to how honest you are about these situations and about yourself and what you require and what you need. You need to be the change that you require. And it includes putting God, your crystal, higher self, whatever the case may be, or whoever it is for you, putting them first. And we can't expect that, you know, other people are going to solve our problems. Yeah, we can get advice from other people, of course, but ultimately it's just advice. What are you going to do with it? According to your faith, how are you going to apply the advice? No? All right, Pisces, I think that completes the reading. I don't think it was bad. It was not a bad reading, actually. It was really good. Just a little kick in the butt. That's all it was, just to kind of get you back on track. But, okay, check out Matthew 9:29 and Luke 21:36. There's going to be something in there for you. I'm telling you, every time, whenever I tell you guys to look it up, look it up. Okay? But trust God, most importantly, because that's where you're going to find a lot of your answers. You're going to find the guidance, and the guidance is from a great place. It's from a place of benevolence. It's from a place of love. Exactly what our channel is all about. That's the root of everything, Pisces. We need to plant the seed of love so that we grow a love tree, you know? And everyone can pick from it and absorb, imbibe the nutrients, and therefore it's inside of their body, it's inside of their being, and then they radiate that outwards towards everyone. The description box to book a private reading. We can look more further into this. You can also book an astrology reading, and I can look over your chart and show you the areas of concern, which everyone does in everyone's chart. Your past life, what's going on, what are you bringing into this life, you know, those areas that need some attention, you know, nurture, and most importantly, you know, TLC within certain areas that, you know, need to be worked on and that maybe prevent you from moving forward in your life. All right, Pisces, I hope you enjoyed your reading for September 2017. We'll see ya.